Okay, first, I forgot to unmute my mic, so I kind of wasted about 30 seconds of recording. Doesn't matter. Just delete it anyway. But also, I don't know if this is cheating, but we're going to be using the review I already left a long time ago when I first beat the game, because it still fits. So I said this is a free game that took me about 3.5 hours. There were mistakes that I made. Definitely worth playing at least once, though. Why? Because it's free. I'm going to expand upon that. It is a free game, so if my review does not leave you in suspicion for how good it is, then you should just go check out the game for yourself on my channel. But anyway, this was a great game. Very Minesweeper-esque, except the idea is, again, instead of using mines, sort of like with Color Sweeper, another game that is kind of similar, I guess, the idea is to use colors. And you use these little dots to figure out which colors are which. There are also mixed colors. There is the black non-color, and there are certain squares like this which can introduce different tiles that cannot be of that color, and this which is a chain of that color. Very incredible concepts. It was a pretty complex and difficult game to figure out, and it still is one that I would still love to play again on this channel to this day. Not only because it was free and it is just really freaking worth it, but because it is just so fun and so forgettable. And even though it doesn't take that long to beat, it is just worth trying at least once in your life. So, with that said, that is my thoughts on RYB. Overall, one of the best Minesweeper games I've ever played in my life. Best logic games I've ever played in my life. And, best kind of game I had to deduct stuff and I played on Steam in my entire life. There's a reason I put it on my favorites, because it is just incredible, and the concepts, for as simple as they are very complex to figure out. And even though technically you can get lucky on certain squares, and there's like a certain amount of hits you can take, I still was able to do something and beat all perfect. And even then, it's still extremely difficult to figure out all the logic. Every puzzle feels like it has its own little chain of logic that you need to figure out each and every time. And no two levels are too similar to another that it feels like a repeat of everything. It's just mind-blowing. Even the tutorial levels are pretty solid for figuring out the concepts. And I also want to note that the same creators of this also released something called 20 Free Small Mazes, which is another free game. And they're creating something else right now at this moment. So if you want me to do those, let me know. And with that said, thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next review.